Hi folks, this is Steve Gronow. I'm the owner at a small development company here in Livingston County, Michigan, Chestnut Development and Chestnut Home Builders. You can look me up on the internet. I'm a pretty well-known dude around here. We develop our own little communities, and I buy the equipment I need, and when I'm done with the project, it generally takes us about 1.5 to 2 years. I sell all the equipment. And we just finished this project. This is a apartment community we just finished here in Whitmore, Lake Michigan. It's called Chestnut Hills. You can find that online too, but we just wrapped it up. I got this awesome 349 cat to sell now. I'm gonna tell you about it, the outside, the inside, how it runs, all that stuff, history, and give you as much detail as I can. So this is a 2015. I bought it from this WPM Construction out of Florida. Great machine. I got it in 8,300 hours on it now. I think it must have had about 7,200 or so. Maybe I put 1,000 hours on it. 8,300 hours on it right now. It's we have a tool truck, a maintenance guy that maintains all our stuff. He's kept this machine up tip top all the way through. We've done a lot of work to it. We've added a lot of money to it to make everything right. I could keep using it for the next few years with no worries, but I don't have any work for it for probably at least 1.5 years, so that's why it's going to go. So anyway, 349E 2015, 8,300 hours. Bucket, let's start right there. That's probably one of the most important parts. This bucket is pretty tight. It's not fully tight, but it is very tight. Here's the main pin here on the swivel. It's got a tiny bit of play in it. All these pins all are really relatively tight, as I was saying. Here's the pin right here for that one. I'll run it for you so you can see how it moves. The cylinders are all dry, so we don't have any leaks there. The bucket itself is a beautiful bucket. I paid a lot of money for this bucket. I bought it for this machine. It's a tooth bucket with the side cutters on it. It's not broken or damaged or split or busted anywhere. It's a nice tight bucket. And we dig a lot of dirt really fast with this bucket. Okay, turning back at the machine itself, turntable, undercarriage, original paint. I didn't try to doll it up or anything. This is just as it came from the factory. All I did was wash it. It does have a couple little bings and bongs under the bottom of the cab right here, where, you know, stuff off the tracks will hit this. It hasn't broken any glass or caused anything not to fit. Upper cylinders. The main lift cylinders are here. There's a tiny bit of moisture around that one, a tiny bit of moisture around that one, but no drips. So we don't have to add oil to this machine to keep it running every day or anything like that. Main turntable's tight. Grease fittings, we grease this machine all the time. The grease fittings are all working, and we keep it lubed up really well. Tracks. Grousers are what I would consider to be like full height. They don't even really show any wear. This is about 1 inch tall, 1.25 inches tall of the tooth on the grousers. They appear to be in really, really good shape. All the idlers are free, they turn. All the lower idlers, they all turn. The main final drive, tip top, and the teeth on the sprockets right there there's full meat on those teeth. The pins up here in the, let me try to show you the pins. If you can see those, the pins are good. They show a little wear, but there's nowhere near replacement. The pins are good, and the tracks are adjusted correctly. The machine does everything we want it to do and then some. Here's the side compartment. I'll open this up for you. Everything in here is super clean. We change the filters regularly. This is the hydraulic pump, the main hydraulic pump. It's full of oil. You can see the indicator back there in the back. Right there's the oil level in it. I got your engine oil filter here and your hydraulic filters. Fuel filter, everything's right here. All filters are up. They're tight. Everything's good on that. The maintenance has just been done, so you are good to put it into service without having to do any major maintenance. It's ready for its next 500 hours. The back of it's a little scraped up here and there. Paint's scraped off of it. It's got one little tear in this outer panel right here. But other than that, the counterweight's in good shape. It's on a chain. You can drop that counterweight. It's got a hydraulic cylinder and a lift chain on it. This side of the machine is all in good shape. The metal's new. I put a new side panel on here because it was dented, as you can see from the lower plate. This is before I got the machine. Someone put a dent in this lower structural steel and damaged the door. It still worked and everything. I just didn't like the way it looked, so I put a new one on there. Put a new door on it. Let me open it up so you can see the radiators and stuff. Radiators and aftercoolers are really nice. They're in really good shape. They're not plugged up or anything like that. Fins aren't bent. No problems with the aftercoolers, intercoolers, and radiator. It's in good shape. There's the door. Batteries are in there, so everything's good in there. Glass is good in the cab. Steps are good. They're not bent up. So let me run it for you. This will kind of give you a better idea if you bear with me. Oh, you know what? I should have gone over and shown you the engine. Let me do that. Well, yeah, let me do that so I can get up on top of it for you. Hang on. Okay. Let me run over here and go up and show you what the engine looks like. Bear with me a minute. Not as young as I used to be. Okay. Here we go. Here's your turning motors right here. They work great. You can see how clean all the hoses are. We've replaced, a bunch of hoses on this machine. Everything's good and tight now. Here's the motor. This is the C13. This thing runs great. It's clean. There's no blow by. There's the hydraulic cylinder for the counterweight. Lift it off and on. The exhaust system is nice and tight. Air conditioning works. There's your exhaust and muffler and all that. It's all in good shape. Let me close this up and we'll run it for you. There's that. A little whip. Be a little careful. Close that up. It's got locks on here so you can secure this with a key. Right there, there's a key and a latch. All this metal is good, none of it's bent up. These locks all work. So, there you go. And these handles are all guards and railings are good. They're all intact and not bent up. Mirrors, side mirrors are good. Okay, so let's get it running so you can see how it digs. I think you're gonna, hopefully, I want to give you a good impression of what you're buying. I'm not trying to hide anything on this machine. I want you to see exactly what you're getting. All the glass in the cab is all good. Top one is faded. It's plastic. It's hard to see through the top one. Probably could use a new one. Okay, there we go. Starts. I don't know if you can hear that in the video, but it starts instantly. There's no smoke out of the exhaust or anything like that. Runs great. Turn our speed up a little bit. Since I'm one-handed with the camera, it'll be a little clunky, but just giving you an idea how it spins and turns. I don't want to hit anybody. Let's see where we're at. There's one of my guys right there. I don't want to whack him. Okay, so it turns around real responsively, no problem there. I'm going to track it. I'm going to track it up on the hill here so I can kind of run it for you. As you can see, it's got a nice final drives in it. Everything moves well. The 2-speed transmission does work, so you can run it in high or low gear. So there we go. And I can spin it around like this on one stick. Turn it around. Very maneuverable. No hesitation in the hydraulics. And I'll just toss a little dirt here just so you can get an idea on the bucket and everything, how tight the stick is and all that. So here we go. One-handed. Let me try this again. I'm going to put this down here. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know if you can see that or not in the video, but I'm going to try this for you. I just got the throttle on half speed. Sorry about that. Hopefully, well, it's a little tough obviously with one hand running an excavator, but I think you get the idea. Anyway, if you want to give me a call, my name is Steve Gronow. You You can reach me at 810-599-5147. This machine, shut that down. Here's the gauges, by the way. 8,300 hours. The gauge is right back there. The little readout got the housing for it got bumped with somebody's foot, but it's right there and it does work. This machine is located in Whitmore Lake, Michigan, and my phone number is 810-599-5147. If you have any questions, I probably missed a bunch of stuff. I'll be happy to go over it in more detail or FaceTime you, but it's a great machine. Thank you so much. I hope that was helpful.